Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. I am Mitchell, your Intuitive Messenger, and this is your energy forecast and development for today, Tuesday, September the 2nd, 2014. As always, thank you for spreading the love around the world. I truly appreciate it. So today, and I often say this, but I'm going to really clarify it, the numbers, the cards, the development. It's all like just little ingredients to your day, little things that factor in how your journey might go, little road signs. You are the biggest element and ingredient. You are the base. You are the main thing. It's like your zodiac sign. You have a sun sign, but every other one is part of who you are, makes up who you are. So as you listen to these numbers, they're not definitives for you. They're just influences on you throughout the day. So utilize them for strength, for power, for embodiment, especially some of the characters on the card. So all that being said, today is number 2. Number 2 is our second day of the month. Number 2 is the High Priestess in the Major Arcana, because that's kind of just how I get my information, how Spirit works with me. It's what I started kind of with, and I'm going to continue with. So number 2, High Priestess, she is very intuitive, very wise, very knowledgeable. So you have that ability to step into that energy today. You may run into those people today. You may become that person today, or utilize that aspect of who you are. You add up all the numbers today and you get number 18, which is our moon card. I'm going to sneeze. Moon card, which is number 18, and that is your intuition, your internal guidance system. It's very feminine. The moon reflects light from other sources. It does not have its own source, so to speak. So that's a very interesting concept right there. And 18 of the moon card boils down to number 9, which is Hermit. Very earthy. On my deck, a Hermit is attached to Virgo sign as well. Getting into the earth, cave, think surrounded by earth. I mean, burying yourself in and under the earth would feel really good today. Now, the card I pulled for today from last Sunday was the 8 of Swords. That is can be very painful, can be this self-inflicted pain. You're in this web with all the swords around you, but the interesting thing is with that 8 of Swords, the swords are right there to cut you down. It's almost like, sitting in front of a banquet of food going, oh my God, I'm so hungry, I'm starving, what do I do, what do I do? Well, pick up the damn fork and eat. It's like drowning in water and you're thirsty. There's water all around you. Drink. So cut yourself down. So the Lenormand for today, if you're doing development, this is where you kind of pause and just think, what color, what images, what feeling am I going to get from the card coming up next? But also this is an influence for our day as well. So the card is going to be, this is the ship, the boat. This is travel. It is number 3. Love that number 3. It is 10 of Swords, which is also a very self-inflicting 10 swords in your back kind of a pain thing. So today we're up in our heads a lot. We have the propensity to be up in our heads a lot. But I love this travel card, this 3 of the ship, the boat. It's movement, it's travel. I love it. I love it. Preparing for travel. I know I am. So let me pull a tarot card to go along with this, see what else we can add to the ingredient of our day, our recipe called Us. And that would be 4 of Cups. So this 4 of Cups for me has always been about hesitation or divine timing. You're waiting for that cup to finally land on the ground. I love what my friend Melanie said. And it's like, there's still something yet unknown. There's still something you're waiting on. So I would say the hesitation in making travel plans or to move or to shift, divine timing, there's still something yet unknown. So this is where I would say don't rush. Your 8 of Swords all up in your head, you're worrying about it. Relax, get in your hermit time, trust your intuition, and use your High Priestess wisdom to work through this day. So with any kind of movement, traveling, adjusting, shifting, definitely wait. I feel like there's something yet unknown and there's some divine timing that needs to happen. So now check out my website, intuitivemessenger.org. I tell you, this spread, bam, this is it. It's massive. And thank you all for purchasing them. I'm not going to say I'm overwhelmed because I still got time to get them done. But the 3 cards up top are past, present, future. We've got a big old Celtic cross in the middle, followed by the black around the edge, which is all your zodiac, and then a final summary down here. Mary Kay Mitchell. You can go to marykmitchell.com. If you connect with her, tell her Intuitive Messenger Mitchell said hello. But that is the spread I'm doing. And I just give her credit. I said, can I use this? She said, sure. Just give credit. But it is amazing. I did it for myself. I always do it for myself before I do it for the clients. But so those of you who purchased it, thank you. Check it out. So development time. So last night we went and saw a play called The History Boys. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was neat, witty, fun, kind of a British play. But at some point we're sitting there and all of a sudden this girl, she comes around the corner at the bottom of the stairs, and they're typical stairs that you have to step up. She looks like she's 28, maybe 32. Black dress, long reddish brown hair. She's like that beautiful mom image, young mom, and she's got on these red kind of sandals, but they've probably got about a 2.5 to 3 inch heel on them. And she's got a big cane with those 4 prongs, so it's almost like this big at the bottom, so it's good stability. And she's moving slow, and she let a few people walk by her, and I just saw her arrive there. And I started to watch her, and she started to move up, and someone was standing behind her. She says, I kind of hear her say, if you want to go ahead of me, I'm going to be a little slower. And the person said, oh, okay. And somebody even started to offer her help, and she was like, I've got this. And just the energy of her was like, wow. So as she lifted, she could either it's strength or muscle coordination or just something neurological, but she could barely get her foot up, and every time she lifted, the toe barely could get up on the step. And it took her probably 3 minutes to climb probably 6 steps, probably about 4 minutes. And then she had to walk in front of us, which I thought was pretty wild. But I watched her and drag her toe up and drag the next toe up. And I looked at the shoes, and they were beautiful red shoes, and I thought, she chose to get dressed up and put those red shoes on with heels. And she could have had a much easier time with flats or tennis shoes and jeans or something different. But I remember just thinking, wow, you go, girl. And when she came by me, she actually stepped on Fabian's toes next to me, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. And as she got right in front of me, I just said, I leaned forward, I said, I love your shoes. And she goes, oh, thank you. I said, I know you could have chosen something different. She said, yeah, I know. It was kind of tough getting up those steps. I said, they look great. And she just kept moving. But I just thought how wonderful and powerful of her to get dressed up, to go out to a place and to experience the fact that people were probably going to look at her, wonder what's going on, watch her slowly make her way up the steps. It didn't stop her. It didn't slow her down. And this morning, quiet time, I was thinking about her because I knew that's what I was going to talk about. And I also remember, thinking, how many times do we act out of fear? Oh, I don't want to wear that, or I don't want to go to this reunion, or I don't want to go to this location. Thank you. I know like 5 of you said bless you. So I thought, well, how brave of her. And she still may have moments where she's fearful, but she's brave because she's going through it. Anyway, but as I was sitting in quiet time, I was reminded of a client I had this weekend with a dog that's got just a little bit of a body deformity to it. And then when I watch TV and they show the video clips of little dogs with like no front arms, and people cry and they, oh my God. And I always say, no. That dog has no clue that it's different than the dog next to it. It's living in the moment. It has no clue it only has 3 legs or 2 legs or no legs, or it's paralyzed from the back down, and we created a little cart to go with it. It doesn't have that feeling of sadness of whoa. It's just existing in the moment. This is what I've got right now. Let me exist with it. And that's why I always say I learn so much more from animals than humans, because they know how to live in the moment. They know how to love unconditionally. They are who they are. And it's like they I don't want to say it, but they don't know any better until we start telling them better. And we humans, same thing. A child doesn't know it's short until someone tells it. Child doesn't know it's, maybe not as attractive as somebody else until we tell it, which is all subjective anyway. It's like how many times we go through life all of a sudden go, oh my gosh, I have red hair. It's like you have hair, just like everybody else, the color. So I thought how brave of her, and it was a beautiful moment for me to watch someone. And the interesting thing was that she was a very beautiful, attractive woman, but she moved slowly. So lessons to be learned all around us. And talked about non-judgmental the other day. You know, continue to live that way. Man, it's going to make the world a better place, where you can just look at someone and just look at them and just smile and just feel their energy. Not look at them and go, maybe they should do their hair differently. Oh, I can't believe she wore that. Oh, why is she wearing those shoes? Oh, goodness gracious. Bless her heart. All that stuff. Just look at them and without anything and just kind of go, there's a part of me over there, and I'm a part of them over here. And we are all one. So, all that being said, check out the website, intuitivemessenger.org. I'll be here tomorrow morning. Cosmic Caffeine this Sunday night. Finally, Kimberly Rinaldi. I remembered it. Find her and tell her that you're looking forward to seeing her on the show with me and Jamie. Kimberly Rinaldi. You can find her information on our websites, our Facebook pages, actually. So thank you. Have an amazing day. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.